Israelites were God's special people. He loved them very much, but they disobeyed God a lot. Because God loved them, He sent them messengers called prophets. The prophets warned if the people didn't return to God's ways, God wouldn't protect them from danger. Most of the time, the Israelites chose not to listen to the prophets' warnings. So God let the Israelites lose their homes to their enemies. But even though they had disobeyed God, they were still special to Him. So He sent another prophet named Ezekiel with some good news for them. God gave Ezekiel a vision. That means God showed Ezekiel a special picture from God's Spirit. This vision must have been very strange for Ezekiel because in it, God led him to a valley that was filled with dried up bones. Then God asked Ezekiel if the bones could be alive. It sounds like a strange question. Bones don't come back to life, right? But Ezekiel knew God could do anything He wanted. So he said, "Lord and King, you are the only one who knows." Great answer, huh? God wanted Ezekiel to know that the Israelites were like this pile of dry bones. They had disobeyed God and lost everything. It seemed like there was no hope for them, just like it seems there is no hope for bones to come back to life. But then God told Ezekiel to tell the bones, God will put breath in you and you will come to life again. And the bones started to rattle and come together. Then a body appeared on them, but they still weren't alive because they didn't have God's breath yet. So God told Ezekiel to say to the breath, "Enter the bodies so that they can live again." When Ezekiel did what God said, breath entered the bodies and the people were alive. Not only that, Ezekiel realized they were a huge army. God helped Ezekiel understand the vision. The Israelites were all out of hope, but God still had good news for them. He was going to put His own Spirit, His breath of life, into them. Then they would know it was God who was helping them. God gave Ezekiel this awesome vision for Israel, but it's for us too. It helps us know and share another piece of good news. When Jesus died on the cross, He didn't stay dead. God raised Him up. Only this wasn't a vision, it was real life. God has that kind of power. God never gave up on the Israelites, and He'll never give up on us. He's always willing to forgive us and bring us back to Him. We can be glad that God has good news for His people.